Hey y'all, Lord Dude here. Like I said last time, gonna be playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game for the NES. Gonna be choosing Mikey this time. I remember it being a really big deal when, like, this came out. Because I think it was thought of that the arcade version couldn't possibly be ported to the NES. You know, like the graphics are too good, the sprites are too big. You know, all that stuff. Like, I don't know. I just remember it being thought of as like not possible kind of thing. But then they did it because the fans demanded it. They wanted the arcade game experience at home. And so Capcom made it happen, or Konami rather, made it happen. Sorry about that, I keep getting... sometimes mix up Capcom and Konami. It's kind of a... similar, you know, they both have that... ka sound at the beginning of their names. It'd be a bit easy to mix them up sometimes. Come on. Jeez. They might already be able to tell that the game is a little... it's a bit easier than the arcade version. It's also a bit longer, too, because... I'm recording this immediately after having played the arcade version. And I can already kind of tell, like, yeah, this stage is actually longer, just like I thought it was when I was playing that. Because there was only one scene with the, you know, those gigantic steel balls bouncing on the staircase, and the NES version has two, at least. It might even have a third. I don't remember. There's a lot less enemies on screen at a time, and that could be just a combination of hardware limitations and also balancing for more single-player action. Although it is kind of worth noting that this was still an era where games were, for the most part, still designed for, or with, like, arcade mentalities. Where, you know, even though there were no quarters, and there was no, like, post-release sale, you know, post-release income, because there wasn't any way to do something like that at the time. You know, they still had score systems, they still, you know, had live systems, you know, score systems even though the score can't be saved. Live systems even though there's no quarters to keep feeding into the machine, so there's really no reason why you need a live system. And the only reason those things existed on, like, the home console at the time really was to artificially lengthen the game. Because if the, you know, player was going to spend, you know, $50, $60, $70, you know, for the game, however much the game costs, because back in the cartridge days, there was no industry standard for how much games cost. It all depended on the hardware included in the cartridge. And the thing was, you know, give the players their money's worth, I guess, in the sense, pad out the game, make it really difficult, make it so that the players have to spend extra long to finish the game. And that mentality has kind of gone out the window, for better and for worse, really. For better because, I mean, you know, not every game has to be, you know, the most difficult game. It doesn't hurt to have varying levels of difficulty. But then the downside is that a lot of companies have replaced that, you know, the idea of making the game harder so that the players play it longer to, we're just gonna, you know, make it a live service game, put in, you know, content updates that you gotta pay for, microtransactions and cosmetics and seasons and battle passes and all this other garbage. I'm kind of bummed that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection doesn't have like an infinite lives mode for like the console games. I mean, it let me start this with 9 lives. I think the default is 3. And I don't remember. I think there's infinite continues. I think this is one of the games where, like, you have infinite continues, which effectively is infinite lives, but, like, it resets your score every time you continue, and it's like, who cares? Like, did anyone ever care about the score system in NES games? Anyway, so you might remember in the arcade version, this screen in the arcade version, it was one, you know, large sign that the Foot Clan was hiding behind, and here it's 2 separate, smaller signs. Oh yeah, I just remembered. They changed this, actually, for the Cowabunga collection. Those signs just now were blank. In the NES original, they were Pizza Hut signs. There was corporate, like, product placement in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. How dare you? How very Electronic Arts of you. I mean, it does make sense for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game to have product placement from a pizza company, at least. Oh yeah, and in this version of the game, you can actually kind of stun lock the enemy, or the bosses, a little bit. So it's not like... Well, that was unfortunate. So it's not like they're the only ones that can stun lock you, you can stun lock them. But obviously they can break out of it. Sometimes more easily than others, for some reason. You can just get in there and start just blasting. Hit after hit, take down a nice big chunk of their health. Well, that's it for Bebop. And now Mikey can go down the manhole. He couldn't do it, a couple minutes ago. Now that Bebop's gone, and all of a sudden, hey, let's go down the sewers. Honestly, they should have used that as a Easter egg. To completely avoid the Bebop fight by jumping down the sewer. Going to the next stage. Okay, the Mousers are in a spot where they're just completely not registering being hit. It's great. And yeah, they actually buffed the Mousers in this version, it seems. They take 2 hits instead of just 1 hit in the arcade original. That's weird. The sledgehammer guys are whiffing a couple times here. Okay. Might end up losing all my lives in this stage. There we go. That's a nice way of dealing with the Mousers. That's them done with. This gate is a lot less intimidating on the NES version. A lot less scary looking than the arcade version. Arcade version had spikes and all that stuff. Like the gate pillars themselves were spikes and they had spiky bits on the sides. Kind of like one of the Mega Spikes in Super Mario World, but like a lot thinner. Come on. Oh, what? This feels wrong for the foot soldiers to be able to deal that much damage to the turtles. Oh yeah, just dealing with Baxter Stockman like this is a heck of a lot easier. Oh, I think I got enough points for free life or something in there? I don't know what happened. Or... I got a health upgrade or something? I don't know, I heard a chime and now I'm at full health, or almost full. health. Yeah, doing this with Stockman is a heck of a lot easier than trying to do jump kicks. Almost have to think that I knew about this back in the day, but forgot about it over time. And there's the only shot, I think, of Flyman Stockman in this game, and here is one of the NES exclusive levels, Wintertime NYC. Jeez. Forgot about that thing. And there was another sign that was Pizza Hut in the original. Oh yeah, these snowmen turn out to be rocket-firing robots. When you get this, knock the snow off of them. Yeah, the carrots are actually rockets. Yeah, it's a lot easier to stun lock enemies in this game, NES version. Oh yeah, the boomerang. Or I guess these would be the dagger-throwing Foot Clan soldiers. Throw snowballs in the stage instead. And I think most, it's either some or all of those mounds of snow are actually open manholes. Yeah, open manholes. I think. Could be wrong, but I'm not gonna take the risk. Almost like going through a minefield, except all the mines are very clearly marked. I don't know if it's possible to blow up that vehicle thing, whatever it is. Doesn't seem worth the risk. It just goes across the screen and then it's gone until the next time, and even if you can blow up, it'll still come again. So it doesn't seem like it's really worth. I'm a bit bummed that, you know, they weren't able to, or didn't want to, renew the license for product placement, and so like edited the graphics, like just make it a blank sign. I mean, how much could it really cost to use the Pizza Hut logo in your game? I guess Pizza Hut really commanding that high of a price to basically do advertising for them? Or maybe it's more that Konami didn't want to pay... Well... I don't know. I have trouble keeping track of like who pays who and these kinds of things. So anyway, here we have like a... I don't know, Jacked Up Polar Bear? I don't remember him from the cartoon, but maybe he's from the cartoon. I don't know, the only characters I remember from the cartoons are, you know, the Turtles, Splinter, April, Casey Jones, I think his name is, April, I said April, Shredder, Krang, Bebop, Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman. Those are pretty much the only ones that I can remember. I mean, I know that the big rock guys... Ooh. Okay, so Limited continues, and it starts from the beginning of the stage. Okay, take two. Let's try this again. Yeah, he doesn't get stun locked as easily as Rocksteady and Bebop did. There we go. Well, I was able to stun lock him a little bit. Really wrecking my wrist this game. Come on. He's not even flashing red yet. There he is. Ah, damn it. Go down already, man. And yeah, it turns out that thing was the one causing the winter weather. Spring is here, yeah. If you say so. There's the garage. Parking garage, rather. Sword guys are still a pain in the ass. All the enemies are, really. Okay, so is it this car or is it one of the next ones? Oh, one of the next ones. As far as I remember, they managed to keep in the cars that, you know, zoom forward and attack you. I think it's this one. Oh. It's just not yet. No, it's just not that one. I swear one of these, like the arcade version. Oh, it's the blue one. Oh, yep. I knew it. None of the armored trucks have the... Oh no, they're armored trucks, but the vans, none of the vans have the doors fly open, I don't think. I mean, none of them have busted open so far. Yep. Just like the staircases in the first level, this has 2 of the background traps. Oh no, there was the doors opening. Only on that one though. At least so far. Used it a lot more in the arcade version. Maybe they did it this way to lull you into a false sense of security. Thinking, oh, they're not gonna do it in this one, and then nope. Oh yeah, they do have that Baxter. Forgot. Instead of the Bebop and Rocksteady double team tag match, have Fly Baxter instead. And that cutscene with Baxter, Fly Baxter and Shredder, with April tied up behind them, was, foreshadowing this boss fight. I just keep jumping up into his attack. Am I gonna game over to Baxter? That seems like it. I'm getting tired of doing the jump attacks. Ah, man. I had to scratch my nose and I couldn't get my hand back to the controller fast enough. I kind of figured out a strategy there at the end. Aw, Mikey got a kiss. Let's get to that secret factory. Spear throwing guys. What a pain in the ass those guys are. I forget if the Cowabunga collection has like a level select. I might end up needing to use that if I die. Oh, dang it! If I exhaust all my continues. Oh, I got a 1-up, from the sounds of it. From the looks of it, rather. Both. So, 400 points got me, free life. I'm gonna be losing it extra soon here. Hey, good, these things fairly easy to stun lock too. Come on, die already. How long is the NES version? I don't even remember. Keep forgetting about that. Part of me just wants them to kill me now, and so I do the continue and just start over the level. With a fresh set of lives. Oh, nope. Forgot there's a life 0. Well, here's hoping I can beat the boss. I think there's a boss to the stage. Most stages do. Have a boss, I mean. There's still this level, the one level with the big rock guy, the Technodrome with the other rock guy, and then the Krang fight, and the Shredder fight. I think there's another bonus level for the NES version that I haven't gotten to yet. So I think I'll be continuing this in the next video. So as Always, if you like this video, there's a coffee link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.